And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. We're getting there, thanks to you. So hit subscribe, watch, comment. Please keep the comments coming. I enjoy them, and share with family and friends, because this insanity, this stupidity, this lunacy, it's got to come to an end. So look, the administration, they just keep blasting out these black and white clips of drug boats being blown up in the middle of the ocean. Like it's some kind of action movie trailer or your old Atari video game. But no one, and I mean no one, can explain what legal authority Trump thinks that he has to do any of this. I mean, my friends, we are now at 21 strikes and at least 83 people confirmed dead. And Congress, they still haven't approved a damn thing. And so I pressed Representative Steve Cohen of Tennessee to break down what the hell is actually going on here. Are these attacks even lawful? What evidence, if any, are they using? And more importantly, how close are we to getting to a manufactured conflict with Venezuela simply because Trump wants a headline? Play the clip. Can we go back for a second to what you were talking about, that militarization and the legal limits regarding the attacks on those boats? I want to bring that back up because it's another thing that when I see it happening, because they're very quick to show it on television, almost like they're proud of it. Literally, the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth, just announced what it's calling now the 16th deadly strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Eastern Pacific. 2 more people killed. Now bringing the total to, I think it's at least 66 dead as a result of these strikes. And they show it, it's black and white. All of a sudden you see the boat in the water. Next thing you see an explosion and you see the boat on fire. Okay, Congressman, I got to ask you, what legal authority is the administration claiming that justifies lethal attacks at sea without any congressional authorization? And more importantly, how are they even evaluating the claim?
I don't know what they're claiming. I think it's a war, and it's a war on Americans with drugs. And he claims each boat, 25,000 people would be killed if they didn't get through. Well, fentanyl would kill a lot of people. It's not killing 25,000, it's killing a lot of people. But fentanyl doesn't come from Venezuela, doesn't come from Colombia, it comes up through Mexico. So he's not getting any fentanyl. And if it's cocaine, cocaine's not a good drug either, but it's not killing 25,000 people. And you don't know if it's cocaine. You don't know if it's marijuana. You don't know if it's anything. Rand Paul, I know Rand. I like Rand. Rand's against this. And Rand said, I don't know if he's math's right or not, but he said those boats would have to fill up with gas 21 times to get to Miami.
I think it's maybe even more than that. By the way, here's the crazy thing too. Those boats, which have like 3 twin Mercury engines and so on, they can go a distance of 100 miles on a tank full. It's about 2,000 miles. So you're right, they'd have to fill up 21 times. But here's the part that I'm just lost on. How is it that members of Congress are not turning around and saying, whoa, slow down. All right, you cannot create these strikes at sea. And by the way, Trump also said that it was 300,000 Americans have died as a result of fentanyl. You're talking about 10% of the population has died? Listen, I know that people are dying from fentanyl, all right? That we all know. But it's not 10% of our population. That I also know. And I'm just lost at the fact that members of Congress, and I'm talking about on both sides of the aisle here, are sitting with their hands under their ass and not turning around and saying, Mr. President, let us all be crystal clear on this. You do not have the legal authority within which to do this.
There are 3 or 4 Democrats in the Senate who brought it up often. One of them, I think, is Adam Schiff, and one of them might be senator from Hawaii. I'm not sure. The sharp guy that's looking maybe to be leader in the future. But there are some Democrats in the Senate because they're still meeting. At least they can talk occasionally. They don't do much, but they can talk occasionally. But we have the same problem in the House, and Raskin's been a leader on it. We've sent letters. This is just absurd. There should be a declaration of war, or they shouldn't be doing it. and there's no authorization for that to happen. Coast Guard should be arresting people. They shouldn't be summary execution, and they summarily suggesting that these people are in the drug business. Now there is signal intelligence, and they could have signal intelligence and know what they're doing, and they hear it. But I don't know that they're saying it. They're not divulging that to the intelligence committee, so they may be not so confident about their information because they're not sharing it with a group that keeps secrets to what is given them. It's awful. And those 66 people, the guy from Ecuador and the guy from Colombia that survived and went back to their countries, one of the countries let the guy go, Ali free. The other guy, I think they might have held for drug charges. I'm not sure. That might have been the guy in Colombia. But the guy from Ecuador, he apparently didn't do anything. And we didn't hold him because we didn't have proof to hold him for doing drugs and take him to charge him with a crime for transporting drugs to the United States. So but they kill them. And all those people, they all have families. They all have maybe children, maybe grandparents, maybe parents, wives, whatever. And they're dead. And the man who wants the Nobel Peace Prize speaks about it just fine. They're at the bottom of the ocean. He's happy about it. He will never get the Nobel Peace Prize because peace is the only peace he cares about is a peace he's not going to get any more of because he's too old.
Well, I hear you on that one, but these strikes that he's doing, he wants a piece of the pie, that's for sure. These strikes, they come as now carrier groups and other assets are moving into the region. I mean, he's taken a battleship and he's brought it to that region.
And a carrier.
This to me, and I'm certain to you as well, is an unmistakable escalation.
He wants to take over. He wants the oil. He wants the oil in Venezuela for somebody who's going to kick back something to him.
Meanwhile,
think about this ballroom they're going to build, which is insane. A 999 person ballroom, enough for all the insurrectionists, probably enough of them to come back and they can have a reunion. But where are they going to get the waiters? They're deporting off the waiters.
Right.
This is just, you make it a tomb. It could be Invalides and put Trump in it.
Well, do you really need waiters? You could make a gigantic buffet, and they can put they could put one of those things where it's on like a movable thing that goes to everybody's table. You just take off what you want, like in some of these sushi places. But there you go, double cheeseburger. Congressman, let me ask you this. By the way, you shouldn't be eating that. Beyond the immediate humanitarian toll, what are the diplomatic and the regional security risks here, especially with Venezuela and other governments that are now accusing the United States of fabricating a pretext? It's hard for me to imagine that we are now listening to the president of Venezuela making the claim that there is absolutely no clear evidence. No clear evidence has been produced tying these particular vessels to any terrorist organization, to any drug smuggling operation. How should Congress now respond to prevent this sort of mission creep?
Well, Congress is 435 members, but the leaders of Congress, the Speaker of the House and the Majority Leader in the Senate, they make the agenda. They put the bills on the floor. They control the debate. And we're not in session, so there's not much we even talk about. As far as doing anything or passing legislation, we can't do it without Republican votes with us. And then you got the Republican Speaker and the Rules Committee put it on the floor. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to erase the Epstein files. They are afraid of so much. And Mike Johnson, the whole thing about him. You want to know me? Read the Bible. The best part, in my opinion, of the New Testament is Matthew. You were hungry and I fed you. SNAP payments. You were sick and I healed you. Premiums on ACA, cut Medicaid. You were hungry and you were sick and that's what he did. And Matthew was about taking care of people. And we don't do that anymore in this government. The government used to do it. They're cutting out all the programs from the Great Society, cutting out the Voting Rights Act. I mean, I
think you're also referring. I think the third one that you were thinking of is that you were without shelter, and I gave you shelter.
Yeah. Okay. It was without clothing too, and I fed and I clothed you. But
Right.
you were naked and I clothed you. Yeah. But anyway, he doesn't do any of that, and Mike Johnson doesn't do it. They just he's been part of Trump, and he's lost whatever feelings he had about Christianity, because Christianity is not what this government's about. This is not about caring about others. It's nothing.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.